Hi guys, welcome to my next tutorial. Today I would like to show you how to crochet the beautiful placemat. For this tutorial I used the crochet hook size 1.75 millimeters and the Ricco Essential Crochet Treat Yarn. So this is the crochet treat yarn for the hook size 1.75 or 2 millimeters. You will need about one and a little bit of the ball, so I use more than one, unfortunately. So a little bit of the green and a little bit of the pink as well to make the flowers. The placemat, by using this crochet hook size, it measures about 28 inches. So if you would like to make it smaller or bigger, you need to change the crochet hook size and the crochet thread yarn. Our work, we need to start by making chain 121. So I've done it already, and now into the seventh chain from our hook, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, we need to work first double crochet. So at the beginning we've got chain of 6, chain 4 as a treble crochet plus chain 2 as a chain 2 space. Now we need to make chain of 2, then we will skip the next 2 chain stitches and into the third one we will work double crochet. Chain of 2 again, skip the next 2 stitches, into the third one double crochet. Chain of 2, skip the first 2 stitches, into the third one double crochet. Chain of 2, skip the first 2 stitches, into the third one double crochet. So now we need to repeat this pattern by making chain of 2, then skip 2 chains and make double crochet into the third one to the last double crochet, to the last chain stitch. Okay, so I am at the end of my row. I've done the last double crochet, so at the moment we should have 38 full squares plus chain 6 at the beginning, and now at the end we will work chain of 2 and then treble crochet into the same stitch as we've done the last double crochet. So we just finish exactly the same as we started, because chain of 6 at the beginning is as a treble crochet and then chain of 2. Now we need to start in the same way. Row number 2, chain of 6, 2, 3, 4, 6. So again treble crochet plus chain 2, then double crochet into the first double crochet. So we've got another small triangle at the beginning. Chain of 2, double crochet into the next double crochet, chain of 2, then double crochet into the next double crochet. So now we need to repeat our pattern to the last one double crochet. So we need to work exactly the same as on the previous row. Chain of 2, we need to skip 2 chain stitches and double crochet into the double crochet. So on the first row we had 38 full squares plus 2 triangles, and now we should have 40 full squares plus 2 triangles. So actually 2 more full squares than the previous row. Okay, so now I am again at the end of my row. I've done the last double crochet into the chain 6 space, so basically into the third chain. So that is actually top of the treble crochet from the previous row. Now we need to make chain of 2 and treble crochet into the same stitch as we've done the last double crochet. So each row exactly the same. Row number 3 we will start exactly the same. Chain of 6, 4, 5, 6, double crochet into the first into the treble crochet, then chain of 2, double crochet into the double crochet, chain of 2, double crochet into the double crochet, and again we need to repeat this pattern to the end of our row, and at the end we will work chain of 2 and treble crochet into the same stitch as we've done the last double crochet. So now we need to keep repeat this pattern until we will have 9 full rows. So each row we need to start by making chain of 6, then double crochet into the last stitch, so into the top of treble crochet, and at the end we will work chain of 2 and treble crochet into the same stitch as we've done the last double crochet. So remember, in each row we need to have 2 more full squares more than on the previous one. Okay, so now actually I am just started row number 10 as well, but at the end of our row number 9 we should have 54 open squares plus 2 triangles, at the beginning one and at the end another. Then we need to start row number 10 in the same way, so chain of 6 plus 13 open squares. So I've done those 13 squares already, and after that we will start working on the full squares. To make one full square we need to make 2 double crochets into the chain 2 space, so 2, and double crochet into the double crochet from the previous row. So this is actually full square. 2 double crochets into the chain 2 space, and then we need to finish by making double crochet into the double crochet. So this is the first full square. Now we need to make second, so another 2 double crochets into the chain 2 space, then into the double crochet from the previous row, and again into 2 double crochets into the chain 2 space, 1 and 2, and then into the double crochet from the previous row. So now at the moment I've done 3 full squares, so it's quite easy to count because you can count empty squares just under the full ones. And now by working this way we need to work 27 more full squares. So we've got 3 in total, we will have 30 full squares. And then after 30 full squares we will start working on the normal squares, so empty ones. So chain of 2, double crochet into the double crochet from the previous row, then chain of 2, double crochet into the double crochet from the previous row, and again on this side we should have another 13 squares, 13 empty squares, and at the end we need to work chain of 2 and treble crochet into the same stitch as we've done the last double crochet. So we should have 1 small triangle at the beginning, 13 empty squares, 30 full squares, another 13 empty squares, and then chain of 2 and treble crochet at the end. As we finish row number 10, we need to start row number 11 in the same way. So chain of 6, then 13 open squares. So now we should be 1 open square before we start working the full squares on the previous row, and then into the 14th square we will work full one. So 2 double crochets into the chain space and 1 double crochet into the first double crochet. So one square before, as we start working 30 full squares on the previous row, we need to work one full square. And now we will make chain of 3, 1, 2 and 3, then single crochet into the third double crochet, so basically into the end of our first full square. Chain of 3, 1, 2, 3, then we need to skip next 2 stitches, double crochet into the third one, so again into the last double crochet of our second full square. Now chain of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, we need to skip first full square, so first 3 double crochets and then second full square, but at the end of the second square we need to make double crochet, so basically we need to skip 5 stitches. And again chain of 3, we need to skip 2 stitches into the third one, single crochet, chain of 3, 1, 2 and 3, into the third stitch, double crochet, chain of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, we need to skip 5 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, into the 6th double crochet. So at the moment we start by making chain of 3 slip stitch, single crochet and chain of 3, then chain of 5, then another motif with 2 times chain of 3 and chain of 5. Now we need to repeat this pattern to the last full square. So again chain of 3, 1, 2, 3, single crochet into the third chain, chain of 3, double crochet into the third chain. So basically those two are now count as a one stitch. From the double crochet to the next double crochet we've got one stitch, and from the double crochet to the another crochet you've got another stitch. So after that, after the last double crochet, we need to make chain of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then double crochet into the 6th stitch, so into the last stitch of second full square. So now we need to repeat this pattern to the last full square. At the end we should have the last chain of 3 and double crochet into the last double crochet. My row I just finished by making full square, then 13 open squares, chain of 2 and treble crochet into the same stitch as I've done the last double crochet. Row number 12, we need to start by making chain of 5, 4 and 5. So this is only the double crochet and chain 2, then double crochet into the next double crochet. So at the beginning we just start straight from the one open square. We are not working the small triangle at the beginning. Then chain of 2, and we will work double crochet into the double crochet from the previous row until we will have 13 open squares. So this is the third and then 4th, and until we will have 13 we need to repeat pattern. And now after 13 open squares, into the open square from the previous round just before the full one, we will work full square again. So 2 double crochets into the chain space, and now 1 double crochet into the first double crochet. After that, the next square need to be open again, so chain of 2, double crochet into the third double crochet. Now chain of 5, 1 2 3 4 5. We need to skip chain 3 single crochet, chain of 3, and then double crochet into the double crochet. So on the previous row we had chain of 3, and now we've done chain of 5. So now where we've got chain of 5, we need to work chain of 3, single crochet, then chain of 3, and double crochet into the double crochet, and again chain of 5, 1 2 3 4 and 5, double crochet into the double crochet, chain of 3, single crochet into the chain 5 space, chain of 3, double crochet into the double crochet, chain of 5, double crochet into the next double crochet. So now we need to repeat our pattern by one time making chain of 3 single crochet and chain of 3 all in chain 5 space from the previous round, and then chain of 5 until we will have the last open square. So where we've got open square we need to work 1 full, then here 1 full, where we've got full square we need to work 1 open, and then 1 full. After that another 13 open squares. So my row I finished without making chain of 6 at the end. So we've done only 13 open squares and that's it. Now we will work next row without increasing at the edge. So chain of 5 again, 1 2 3 4 5, then double crochet into the double crochet, chain of 2, double crochet into the next double crochet. So this time we will have 12 open squares, and after 12 open squares, just into the square before full one we need to work another full square. After as I've done my full square, now we will work chain of 5, 1 2 3 4 and 5. Then we need to skip all double crochets and 1 double crochet into the double crochet after chain of 2. So our row we start with a chain of 5, and now we've got chain of 5 from the previous row. So chain of 3, single crochet into the chain of 5, chain of 3, double crochet into the double crochet, now chain of 5, 1 2 3 4 5, double crochet into the double crochet, and then chain of 3, single crochet into the chain 5 space, then chain of 3, double crochet into the double crochet, chain of 5, double crochet into the double crochet. So again we need to repeat this pattern by working chain of 5 in the same place as we've done chain of 3 single crochet, chain of 3 to the end. So our row, we need to start here with 5 chain stitches and double crochet into the last double crochet. Then we need to work 1 full square and 12 open squares, exactly the same as we start our row. After as we finish making row 13 with 12 open squares, now we need to start row 14. In row 14 we've got only 11 open squares, and after 11 open squares we've got 1 full. Now to start working with the center, we will work chain of 2 and double crochet into the third double crochet. So after 1 full square we need to work again another 1 open. Now we've got chain of 5, so we will do chain of 3, single crochet into the chain of 5, then chain of 3 and double crochet into the double crochet. And now chain of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, then double crochet into the double crochet, chain of 3, single crochet into the chain 5 space, chain of 3, double crochet into the double crochet, chain of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, double crochet into the double crochet. So now we need to repeat this pattern again to the end. At the end we will work double crochet, chain 3, then single crochet into the last chain of 5, chain of 3, double crochet into the first one, double crochet. Then here we need to work one open square. Into the next one we need to work 1 full, so exactly the same as we've done at the beginning, and then into the rest 11 open squares. So again at the end we are not working with chain of 2 and treble crochets. I've got row number 15. So in row number 15 I've done 10 open squares at the beginning, then 1 full square. And now we will start by making chain of 3, 1, 2, 3, single crochet into the third double crochet, chain of 3, double crochet into the double crochet, chain of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, double crochet into the double crochet, chain of 3, single crochet into the chain of 5, chain of 3, double crochet into the double crochet. And again we need to work chain of 5, double crochet into the double crochet. So again we need to repeat this pattern to the last double crochet of the next full square. So here we will work double crochet, chain of 3, single crochet into the first double crochet, chain of 3 and double crochet into the last double crochet of the full square, then 1 full square after 1 square as we've done on the previous row, and another 10 open squares. So exactly the same as at the beginning. I just finished row 15 And as you can see, I start row 16 exactly the same as we've done row 15. So 10 open squares and full square in the same line as we've done full square on the previous row. Only one different now will be by starting with chain of 5 and then double crochet into the double crochet. So always on the next row we have to make what we've done 2 rows ago. So now chain of 3, 1, 2, 3, single crochet into the chain 5 space, chain of 3, and then double crochet into the double crochet. And again chain of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, double crochet into the double crochet, chain of 3, single crochet into the chain 5 space, chain of 3, double crochet into the double crochet. So now we need to repeat our pattern to the next full square. So again the full square need to be in the same line as we've done full square on the previous row, then another 10 open squares. Row 17 I just started exactly in the same way as 2 runs before, so 10 open squares and full square in the same line as the full square from the previous row. Only one different again is that we need to repeat what we've done 2 rows before. So chain of 3, single crochet into the chain space, chain of 3, double crochet into the double crochet, then chain of 5 and double crochet into the double crochet. So we have to skip chain 3, single crochet and then chain of 3. So now we need to continue our pattern to the end of this row. We need to work at the end the last chain of 3 single crochet, then chain of 3, full square and then 10 open squares. And then we have to repeat the last 2 rows. So row as we start with chain of 5 and then row as we start with chain of 3 single crochet and chain of 3 until we will have 24 rows in total. So we need to finish this one row and then do 7 more by starting with 10 open squares, 1 full and the pattern from those 2 rows. I've done my 24 rows, so as you can see our row we need to finish by making chain of 5 and then full square and 10 open as normal. So as I said, all rows we've done the same. Now I just started row 25, so now we need to start working exactly the same as from row number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I've done 11 open squares. So the last open square is just on the same place as we've done full square on the previous row. And now we need to work another full square, the same as here. So what we have to do? The best way is just work first 2 3 double crochets into the chain stitch. 1, 2, and 3. So 3 double crochets into the first 3 chain 2 stitches. So now we've got first full square, then chain of 2 and double crochet into the double crochet. So after the full square we need to work 1 open. And now chain of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, double crochet into the next double crochet, chain of 3, 1, 2, 3, single crochet into the chain 5 space, chain of 3, double crochet into the double crochet. So basically now again we need to repeat our pattern as we've done before. At the end we need to finish exactly the same. So chain of 5, 1 open square, then 1 full just before the full square from the previous row, and 11 open squares. We still not working with chain 6 at the end. So I just finished my row 25 and I started row 26 with chain of 5 as usual. So this time we've got 12 open squares, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and 12. And now it's a little bit easier because full square we need to work in 1 open square from the previous row. So 2 double crochets into the chain space, then double crochet into the double crochet. And now we need to start with chain of 3, 1, 2, 3, and single crochet into the chain 5 space, chain of 3, double crochet into the double crochet. Now chain of 5, double crochet into the double crochet. So now again we need to repeat our pattern to the end, and at the end into the open square just before the full one we need to work full and then 12 open squares. So exactly as at the beginning. Row 27 we need to start with 13 open squares. So again, in the place where we've done the full square on the row before, now we need to work 1 extra open square and now full one. So into the chain 3 space we will work 2 double crochets and now treble crochet into the single crochet. So because we not done double crochet on the previous row, now we need to work 1 treble crochet to make exactly the same length of our stitch. Chain of 2 and double crochet into the double crochet. So we've done 1 full square and now 1 open. To continue our row we need to make chain of 3, single crochet into the chain 5 space, then chain of 3 and double crochet into the double crochet, chain of 5, double crochet into the double crochet, and again chain of 3, single crochet into the chain of 5, then chain of 3, double crochet into the double crochet. So now we need to keep continue our pattern, and again at the end just where we will work in full square into the single crochet we need to work treble crochet, then 2 double crochets into the chain 3 space and 1 double crochet into the first double crochet, then another 13 open squares. So just at the beginning. Row 28 we need to start with making chain of 4 as a first treble crochet. Then we need to turn our work and we will work double crochet into the double crochet. So by working this way, now at the beginning we've got small triangle, so the same as we had at the beginning. And now we need to continue to make 13 open squares. So 1, 2, and until we will have 13. So basically our last open square need to be in the same place as we've done the full one. Okay, so as I've done 13 open squares into next open square on the previous row, so just after the full one we will work full square, 2 double crochets into the chain space, then 1 double crochet into the double crochet. Now chain of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, double crochet into the double crochet. And what we need to do now, we will work into the third chain, 1, 2, 3, double crochet, then chain of 3 and double crochet, then 1 double crochet into the double crochet from the previous row. So we've done some kind of 3 double crochets, but instead of making single crochet we need to make chain free space, because that chain we will need on the next row. On the next row we will start working with 30 double crochets, and that will be easier for us. So now again, chain of 5, double crochet into the double crochet, and now into the third chain, 1, 2, 3, double crochet, chain of 3, and then double crochet, double crochet into the next double crochet. So now we need to finish our pattern by working with this way to the first open square. In the open square we will work full one, then another 13 open squares. At the end, as we will do the last 13 open square, we need to work treble crochet into the third chain. So I just finished row 28. I've done 13 full squares, 13 open squares plus 1 treble crochet into the chain 3. Then I start row 29 by working chain of 4 and double crochet into the second. So we need to skip the first one and we've done into the second. So at the beginning again we've got small triangle, another 13 open squares, and now we have to work 30 full ones, so exactly the same as at the beginning. It was actually row number 10. So we will start by making 5 double crochets into the chain 5 space. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, then double crochet into the double crochet. So at the moment we've done 2 full squares. Now we will work 1 double crochet into the next double crochet, so the first double crochet of the V-stitch as we've done, 3 double crochets into the chain free space, 1, 2 and 3, and double crochet into the next 2 double crochets. So now again we've got another 2 full squares. Into the next chain 5 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, double crochet into the double crochet, and again double crochet into the second double crochet, 3 double crochets into the chain free space, so 1, 2 and 3, and 1 double crochet into the next 2 double crochets from the previous row. So by working this way we need to work 30 full squares, so basically we need to finish just before the next full square from the previous row, so over here. So we need to work the last double crochet into the first double crochet of the full square, then 13 open squares, and at the end, after the last double crochet, treble crochet into the chain, into the third chain. So exactly the same as we started. Okay, so now I am at the end of my row, and I said to you that we need to work treble crochet into the chain 3, but not. That actually supposed to be the last double crochet. So at the end, after the double crochet, we need to count actually 13 open squares, and then after the last double crochet into the last double crochet from the previous row we will work treble crochet. Now we will start next row, so it will be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 4, 6, 8, 30. Row 30 by working chain of 4 as a treble crochet, and then double crochet into the second double crochet. So we've got triangle, and from now to the last square we will work open squares. So chain of 2, double crochet into the double crochet, chain of 2, double crochet into the double crochet, all the way across, and the same as at the previous row we need to work the last open square on the double crochet just before the last one, so here, and then into the last double crochet we will work treble crochet.